Welcome to my new house. We moved in the beginning of June, and this is what my house currently looks like. So, I'm hoping that you guys want to join me on this journey of unpacking, decluttering, and making my house look like a house and not an absolute disaster zone. Like, guys, there's just so much stuff. There's so many bags, there's so many boxes, and I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling like I have so much to do, like, so much to get done, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. But, let's do it together. If you have suggestions, I would love to hear them. I have just so much stuff to go through. I have so many boxes to unpack. I have so many bins. I mean, hey, at least I have a couple bookshelves, so, that's good, I guess. But, yeah, let's get started. Okay. We are starting with this big box that is right in the middle of my kitchen. My goal is to move my kitchen table and just have it against that back wall there where all that stuff is. But in order to do that, I need to clear some space. So that is what I'm doing. And right now, I'm literally just going through this box and moving things to where they need to go. Art supplies. I'm being a little bit ruthless in terms of throwing things away, figuring out where things are going to go. I'm trying to think about, okay, where would I want this to go? What makes sense in our new house? What makes sense in our new space? Are things missing pieces? If they're missing pieces, then we're going to throw them away. If it's something my kids would probably play with, then we're going to keep it. And all I'm doing is I'm going to take the stuff and I'm going to put it in the right room. And that's enough for now. Guys, there was so much stuff in this box. I'm pretty sure this box is stuff that was in our credenza in our old house, and it just collected so much stuff. Art supplies and bits of paper and craft things and pipe cleaners, and I was so overwhelmed by it that I never bothered to clean it out. And now I'm cleaning it out and I'm like, why didn't I do this before? Why did I move all of this garbage into my new house, And yeah, we're finding books, we're finding toys, and it's so much stuff, so many little bits. And the whole point of decluttering this and getting rid of stuff is to really reduce my inventory. I have decided this big giant cardboard box that's empty there is going to be the one for donations, so that we can just box them up and take them to Goodwill when we have time. I found some CDs from when I was a teenager. I don't own a CD player, so there's literally no need to have them. Those are all video game things. Why? There's no cartridges in there, by the way, because my kids take the cartridges out and scatter them everywhere. So I'm sure as I unpack boxes, I'm gonna find more cartridges. Ugh. So at this point, I think I found a container of kinetic sand that my daughter had mixed all together and then put it into a container. And that was the point where I'm like, I think I need a garbage bag. Like, I just flat out need a giant black trash bag to start putting stuff into, because there's just so much garbage in here, and my tiny little kitchen garbage cannot handle it, y'all. It cannot handle it. Of course, my kitchen is a mess, so finding a garbage bag took a little bit of time, but we got there. And I'm thinking this is gonna help, just as I go through things and donate things. DVDs. I don't own a DVD player. I don't know. There were art supplies from art projects that I did, like, years ago. And there's just so much. It's so much. I'm pretty sure it was just all boxed up and put into a box, and, like, no one checked to see what was in it before they dumped it in the box. So, yeah, it's now my job to just go through all of these boxes of things, and figure it out. I'm also going to apologize for my voice, because, like, I have had this awful cough for a couple days. It's been super smoky here in Calgary, and so I don't know why I'm actually recording this voiceover when I sound like this, but y'all are just gonna stick with me on this. I don't usually sound this gravelly, but it is what it is today, and I just really wanted to, like, record and get this first video up. So, yeah. Okay, do you guys keep things because you're afraid to not have them? I don't know what it is, but, like, something about me, it's not that I'm, like, right on the edge of poverty, but I don't have a lot of money. So for me, if I find something like masking tape or, you know, paper clips or other things that I think I could use, like these produce bags, I'm not gonna throw them away. I'm gonna find a place for them and keep them, just so when I do need them, I know I have them and I don't have to spend more money on them. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that's just me being weird, but I have this mindset of, like, oh, but I could use this. Oh, but, you know, I should keep this. Oh, you never know when this could come in handy. And I think that has led to me having so much stuff, because I'm so worried about this, like, what if world, and need to get away from that, I think, because it's not helpful, and all it does is accumulate clutter, you know? Okay, so I have found so many art kits in here, and I really appreciate that people give them to my daughter, because I want her to be creative, but oh my goodness, that kid will open every box she finds and dump things everywhere. So whenever I find an art kit, I have to make sure it has what it needs. This one seemed to have what it needed. The bottles were, like, inside the box, the big box, so I put those back in and put them on a shelf, but oh my goodness, that kid. Okay, so my phone died and I had to reset the camera, which is why the angle is a little bit different. It turns out I ran out of storage, go figure, because I never delete things off my phone. But yeah, we are still kind of working our way through this box. My daughter made that painting at school, and I was like so excited to find it again because it was really cute. But this has been such pain. Like, it's so tedious to go through these boxes, and it's just so much to manage. It's so much to keep track of. It's just, Dawn from the Minimal Mom always talks about inventory, and I get what she means here, because the inventory I have in my house right now is like beyond what one person can keep up with. And even though I have a partner and like 2 kids, it's still more than they can keep up with, and that's why I always feel so overwhelmed. So I'm hoping this year we can get through things and like throw them out. I was checking those paints to see if they still were wet. If they were dry, I was going to throw them out, but if they were wet, I decided to keep them, just so my kids can paint a little bit. We finally have a house that has like hard wood floors or laminate floors as opposed to carpet everywhere, so I don't feel as bad about letting them do arts and crafts in the living room now. Okay, I have finally gotten to the bottom of this box, and in the bottom of this box was a ridiculous amount of Uno cards. I'm pretty sure it's more than 1 Uno card. I don't know, it's probably 2 decks of Uno cards, but my kids love playing Uno, so I wanted to like keep those and put them with the rest of our card games and things so that they have their Uno decks that they can play with, and even if it's a huge deck, like who cares as long as they're playing. But they were all over the bottom of this box, so I had to like find them and gather them up, and it took so long. Okay, this is the best part of finishing the box, is like taking it apart and flattening it. I found these scissors inside the box, so I thought let's just use those because I don't know where my X-Acto knife is. And just cutting through this tape, it was taped up pretty well here, and like, I don't know what's so satisfying about taking a box apart and flattening it, y'all, but it is the best thing. Like, I love doing it because it means I'm done one more thing, and it's one less thing that I have to like manage, you know what I mean? a mess, but we're down one box, which is amazing. This is gonna take a bit of time, but like, y'all, we're gonna get through it, right? Yeah. Anyways, join me again in a couple days for another one of these decluttering and unpacking videos. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see y'all soon.